What was the Sugar Act? Have you ever wondered how a single law could spark a wave of resistance and rebellion? The Sugar Act of 1764 is a perfect example of this phenomenon. This British law was aimed at regulating trade and increasing revenue from the American colonies. It revised earlier customs policies, specifically targeting colonial merchants. The act lowered the tax on imported molasses but imposed stricter penalties for smuggling. This change was intended to reduce illegal trade and help fund the British military presence in North America after the costly 7 Years' War. From a sociological viewpoint, the Sugar Act disrupted the economic networks in the colonies, particularly in New England. Rum production in this region relied heavily on affordable molasses. By restricting access to foreign markets and enforcing harsh trade regulations, the act created economic strain for merchants and laborers. This led to collective grievances among those affected. While the direct taxes on consumers were minimal, the indirect economic pressures, such as reduced profits and limited trade, sparked protests and boycotts led by merchants. These actions laid the groundwork for organized resistance. The act also highlighted tensions regarding colonial autonomy. British enforcement mechanisms included vice-admiralty courts that bypassed colonial juries. This eroded trust in British governance and amplified feelings of political marginalization. Although the Sugar Act did not immediately lead to widespread unrest, it contributed to a larger narrative of disenfranchisement that later fueled revolutionary sentiment. In the context of social movements, the Sugar Act serves as a clear example of how economic policies can trigger collective action. By disrupting trade and alienating key social groups like merchants, distillers, and port workers, it created a shared sense of injustice. This unity among diverse groups illustrates the connection between economic structures and social mobilization. Understanding this dynamic is essential for grasping how the American Revolution emerged from intersecting economic, political, and cultural tensions. The legacy of the Sugar Act in sociology lies in showing how policy enforcement can shape group solidarity. It demonstrates that external regulations can inadvertently unite different communities against perceived oppression. This pattern is still observable in modern movements, where economic inequalities intersect with demands for change. The Sugar Act may have been just one law, but its impact on social movements and resistance is a fascinating chapter in the story of the American Revolution.